Pranks, we all love them. They can make or break friendships and have turned April 1st into a full-fledged holiday. But they're nothing new. Here are 5 crazy, cool, epic, awesome, funny, weird, wild, unexpected, true facts about the biggest pranksters in all of history. Number 5, Samuel Clemens, a man known for his quick, cutting wit. Samuel Clemens is better recognized by his pen name Mark Twain. But back before he became an iconic author, Twain was a news reporter in Nevada. The problem is, the prankster didn't always report the truth, per se. At the time, there was a trend of reporting about petrified objects in newspapers around the US. So Twain, being a prankster, decided to make it a joke. While reporting for a newspaper called the Territorial Enterprise, Twain came up with quite a tall tale about the local discovery of a petrified man, aka a person who had turned completely to stone. Twain was disappointed that the petrified man went unappreciated, writing, "My petrified man was a disheartening failure, for everybody received him in innocent good faith." And honestly, who can blame them for assuming that a news reporter was reporting, well, you know, the news? Number 4, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. One night when he was 10 years old, young FDR snuck into his nurse's room and put some effervescent powder into her chamber pot. For the record, a chamber pot is basically a metal bowl you kept in your room to go to the bathroom in at night. Gross. When FDR's nurse went to use the chamber pot the next morning, it steamed and boiled violently, causing her to assume something was really wrong with her health. She never figured out what happened, but Franklin's father did, and he couldn't stop laughing about it. "Consider yourself spanked," he told the future president. I guess the apple never falls far from the tree. Number 3, JFK. Because apparently in order to be president, you have to be a prankster? As a high schooler in 1931, JFK pulled a classic high school prank. He threw firecrackers in a toilet and blew the lid off. His school's principal was not happy about it, denouncing it as an act of vandalism, holding up the broken toilet seat and saying that the prank was pulled off by muckers. To anyone under the age of 100, a mucker is an old stuffy person's term for an immature prankster. So needless to say, JFK was pretty proud of himself. So proud, in fact, that he went on to found the Muckers Club, a social circle that included 12 of his closest friends. It's like JFK famously said, "Ask not what your school can do for you, ask what you can do to destroy school property." That's the quote, right? Number 2, he's a founding father but not a president, Benjamin Franklin. Franklin began publishing Poor Richard's Almanac in 1732. It included such mundane info as weather forecasts, household hints, puzzles, and in 1733, a prediction of the exact date and time Franklin's good friend Titan Leeds would die. He predicted 3:29 p.m. on October 17, 1733. And when that came and went without Titan's death, Franklin got to thinking. Being the kind of guy who would predict his own friend's death as a joke, in the next almanac, he claimed that Leeds had actually died and someone had assumed his identity. Sadly, in 1738, Leeds actually did pass away. Rather than admit he had been joking for the past 5 years, Franklin published a piece praising the men who had stolen Leeds' identity for finally giving up the ghost, if you will. And apparently, these sorts of shenanigans gave Ben Franklin something of a reputation, because when it came time for someone to write up the US Constitution, they chose Thomas Jefferson over the more qualified Franklin out of fear that he would sneak in a subtle joke that wouldn't be caught until it was too late. Classic Franklin. And finally, our number 1 best prankster in history, Leonardo da Vinci. That's right. One of history's most famous inventors also had a bit of a rambunctious streak. After the election of a new pope, Da Vinci traveled to Rome and took the opportunity to play a few pranks. He attached glimmering fake wings to a live lizard and insisted that he had tamed a dragon. He would keep it in a box and show it to his friends, scaring them half to death. And that wasn't even the worst prank. Still at the Vatican, he took animal intestines, cleaned them thoroughly, then told people he had an experiment to show them. When his unsuspecting marks agreed to watch, he would tie one end down and inflate the other. They would expand and expand until the person was trapped by a balloon in the corner of the room, unable to escape. Funny and horrifying. Well, there they are, 5 of the most rambunctious pranksters in history.
I just want to let everyone know that you can watch even more 5 Facts hosted by Sara, Rowe, and Josh Carlin by watching DreamWorks TV on Go90. Just click the link in the description section below to get the Go90 app on your smartphone or tablet now. Always ask your parents' permission before downloading anything from the internet. What's your #1 favorite prank of all time? Let us know by commenting below, and remember to subscribe to DreamWorks TV for new videos every day and a new 5 Facts every Tuesday. I'm your host, and I think I'm gonna go try JFK's bathroom stink bomb prank. He was the president after all. Alright, here we go. Cover your ears. Ah, that was so loud, and now I'm covered in toilet water. And I'm not sure all of it's toilet water.